Hello and welcome back to HWLRADio.com. And today, you're here with your main man, Hollywood, and we're going to be discussing Colin Kaepernick's lawsuit with the NFL just blew up in his face. So here we go. Colin Kaepernick claims that the NFL colluded against him. They certainly have a right to not hire him, particularly after his kneeling stunt. Why should a company be forced to hire a disruptive employee? Regardless, it appears now that Kaepernick's claims are baseless. His claims of collusion just got a hole poked in his hot air balloon, at least according to John Elway. Elway claims that the Broncos offered Kaepernick a deal, but he turned it down. Kaepernick's defense, we had a gag order. Colin Kaepernick's lawyer has claimed Denver Broncos general manager John Elway violated a protective order following his comments last week regarding the former quarterback. Mark Geragos, Kaepernick's attorney, told Reasonable Doubt podcasters that Elway may have violated a gag order in an ongoing collusion case against the NFL after he revealed Thursday that the Broncos gave the quarterback a chance to be on the team, but he turned them down. The New York Post reported. Clearly, he violated the protective order that the NFL has been wielding like a club at me, Giroux said. We'll deal with that in the hearing, he continued. So in other words, Kaepernick decided it would be better to sue the owner than to play football. With his stats, who could blame him? At best, the guy in a second-rate backup who could never take a team to the Super Bowl. If all you want to do is field a team, then Kaepernick is your man. As for his case, it's pretty much open and shut unless Mueller investigates it. And the off chance Mueller gets handed this investigation, you could bet he will find Russians. For now, I curiously wait to see if Elway violated anything as a principal of a team and partner in the league. I suggest Elway has a fiduciary responsibility to report that Kaepernick's wish to freeload on the NFL. I've heard that Elway is an astute businessman, so I can imagine him signing an NDA to not discuss Kaepernick trying out for the team. What a shock for his dwindling fans to learn that Kaepernick had the opportunity to play in the NFL, then turned it down. To learn that Kaepernick just wants the white men's money to finance his new career as a social justice warrior. Hard to believe that Colin Kaepernick is a disingenuous, lying leftist trying to have his cake and eat it too. A scam artist who tried to get a fatter contract by playing the race card, and it backfired. And thankfully, it has now backfired a second time. I'm sure I'm joined by many in America who hope Kaepernick's NFL career is over. Further, I hope he has learned his lesson about supporting terrorists like Black Lives Matter, a group who couldn't care less about blacks. Black Lives Matter profiteers and dupes blacks into believing leftist lies. Yet Kaepernick and the Black Lives Matter movement was compared to civil rights movement of the 1960s, but some bleeding heart leftists. What an insult to the people who truly suffered atrocities at the hands of racist Democrats. Kaepernick and his ilk willfully joined their oppressors, voting for the very Democrats who marginalized black election after election. The notion that multi-millionaire black men are being oppressed or fight for the oppression of thugs is ridiculous and a slap in the face to the real oppressed. Kaepernick is no Rosa Parks or Muhammad Ali. But let's be clear, cops aren't killing blacks as Black Lives Matter and Kaepernick described, but the left narrative feeds off the lies, fattening their bank accounts. With white guilt, those days may soon be over. The NFL will have a season of reckoning. I suggest it's upon them. So as you see right here, they tell you what I've been trying to tell people all the dang on time. If you look back in history, you'll see that the Republicans were the ones that offered to take the blacks out of slavery, and the Democrats was against it. And somehow, as time goes on, you're on the people's side that didn't want to take you out of slavery. And the Republicans are the ones that put it up like, hey, go ahead and, pay them people for their work. So that's going to be the show for today. So go over to HWLRADIO.com, download the radio station app. Make sure you check out the sponsors page. And like I always say, well, I don't always say nothing. So I'm out.